Hey guys, it's Earl from the BobbieJoeandEarl show. It's Saturday, January 24th, 2008, and I just come across the current topic that I thought I'd talk about with y'all. I mean, many of us know that homosexual and bisexual males cannot give blood. It's been banned since 1985. The ban says any man that has had sexual contact with any other man from 1990, not 1997, 1977 and on cannot give blood or bone marrow. Anything to do with anything like that, you cannot give. So, I'm just gonna talk about a few points that come up in my head. Kind of got a cheat sheet where I wrote down some stuff. Um, the reason why it was banned out in 1985 was that there was an AIDS crisis where a lot of people were getting AIDS, and the FDA decided, hey, a lot of these people are homosexual males. Um, that's when they decided any bisexual or homosexual male that has had any contact with another male, obviously, cannot give blood or bone marrow. Um, I guess in my mind, it's like, hey, you faggot, you're going to give everybody AIDS or hepatitis, which that is so wrong. And that's not a way to look at it, but that's what popped up in my mind the minute I read it. Um, you know, nowadays more hospitals are on a low blood shortage. They don't have enough blood. They don't have enough rare blood. They don't have enough specific types. You know, I guess another thing that popped into my mind was, hey, there's more gays that aren't able to give blood than you think, huh? Maybe not. Maybe more people just don't want to give blood. Just coming to my mind. Um, you know, donors with rare blood types are hard to find. They, a lot of them don't exist anymore. I mean, they exist, obviously, but maybe a lot of them are homosexual or bisexual males and have had sexual contact. You never know. Um, the chance of rare blood types not being able to be found increases the chances of death for a certain person. Not a very good thing. Also, nowadays, hospitals are able to say, well, you're a gay donor, and, you know, we're not going to tell the patient. If a patient, is needing something donated, such as bone marrow, and you're a gay donor, the hospital can turn you away, and the patient doesn't even get to decide for themselves if they want to take the risk. I mean, at least get the choice to say, I'm taking bone marrow from a gay male. There's a risk he might have AIDS, HIV, hepatitis, any other kind of disease in the world. You know, anybody can have any disease in the world. Think about it. Straight people, heterosexual males, heterosexual females, they can get AIDS and HIV just as well, hepatitis just as well. I mean, let me go shoot up and you can get it. Think about it. Sharing needles, you can get it. It's not that hard. I mean, basically, if the patient don't get to decide, it can sometimes lead to the cause of death. Again, not a good thing. A question that popped into my mind was, and the question that was on the website that I read and the paper that I read was, is this medical related or is this homophobia? I mean, we can argue the fact that, okay, our blood, it's not getting pumped straight from our arm into somebody else's arm. We're not automatically giving the blood transfusion. It takes a week to set up a blood transfusion. So in this week, test the blood. The blood gets tested anyways for any and everything. Hepatitis, HIV, AIDS, any kinds of cancer, diabetes, anything in the world, it gets tested for anyways. So, while we're sitting there waiting for the blood transfusion, why not just go ahead and test the blood again? You're giving yourself a safety check anyways if you go ahead and test the blood. Maybe something didn't show up the first time you tested it. Why not check it a second time and it'll show up if there is anything. Give yourself some background there. As I said, the policy virtually ignores the health risk posed by a heterosexual male or female who has been exposed to HIV or AIDS. Again, with the sharing needles, shooting up, anything like that. Now, here's what I don't get. I'm a 20-year-old gay male. I have not had many partners in my life. I have not had sexual contact with a male in about 2 years. I get tested every 6 months regardless. It's habit. I've always come up negative for HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, any STD, I've always come up negative. Now, somebody who's not a whore, somebody that has not had many sexual partners in their life, gets tested negative, cannot give blood, cannot give bone marrow. Why are they discriminating? It's, if somebody's getting tested every 6 months, I know people that get tested every 3 months. Why not go ahead and lift the ban? I mean, they're talking about lifting the ban because, again, with the whole, if you got a rare blood, kind of ordeal or something like that, or the hospital shortages, the ban should be lifted. That's all I'm saying. Test the blood. It's not that hard to do. Our technology nowadays, in a couple of hours to a couple of days, you can find out if there's something wrong with the blood. It's not that freaking hard, people. I guess it's, in my mind, the homophobia from the FDA. Maybe they need to put a 20-year-old gay man in there with the 75-year-old old farts that are used to going to the Catholic Church every Sunday for communion. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just saying, maybe we need fresh ideas. Maybe one day my voice will be heard. Maybe one day it won't. But for now, that's all I gotta think about. And I'm gonna go. So this is Earl signing off, the Bobby Joe and Earl Show. Bye, y'all.